sheesh, what an end to that game. And at one stage I was saying that the Griquas are down and out, and the next stage I was like, they could actually win this. But yeah, fantastic end to that game. Right, in the game, I think that is best described as a game of two halves. I think, yeah, certainly in the first half, the Lions were just so dominant, much better than the Griquas. All right, they just looked more clinical, looked more up to it. All right, they had more continuity about them. All right, I think the Jordan Hendricks controlled the first half very well. But also Werner. Werner was massive in the 9 jumper, right? Andre Werner. And I think, yeah, him and his combination with Jordan Hendricks worked very well in the first half. They controlled territory and possession, right? And just, yeah, the Griquas just simply could not form any form of attack, couldn't put any pressure on the Lions. And I think just from an attacking sense of things, I think Wandisile Simelane was massive for the Lions. He sort of became the pivot around which the Lions, he became the core of their attack and used them as sort of the one to get things going and the one as the pivot to get them going. And we saw Duncan Matthews come into the game while scoring a couple of fantastic tries in the corner. But I also think Ruan Strawley, if I had to sort of pick it forward, I think he did quite a lot of the dirty good work, right, disrupting. And I think also the lock combination for the Lions in Reinhard and Pulsar, I think they did fantastically well in line out time, because even that area, the Griquas just could not get any form of continuity, right? And we all know that in rugby, once your set piece starts failing you, right, there isn't much that you can do going forward. But I think, yeah, coming into the second half, the Griquas just looked so much more assured, right? I think they sort of came up with an attitude of, we've got nothing to lose. Perhaps it was the nerves, right, in the first half that sort of disrupted them, disrupted the way that they have been playing, because obviously of what was in line, what's on the line, if I could put it that way, simply because they are in the top 3 and obviously trying to push for playoff spots. But I think, yeah, in the second half, we saw a much better effort from the Griquas. I think as a forward pack, they started to get forward momentum. Also Stefan Ungarai started to come into the game. Very good service. But I also think, yeah, George Whitehead, solid as always, right? And also I think, yeah, Keita, Edwin Keita was massive today. We saw him both on D and also on attack, and what a fantastic try that he scored right at the end. But yeah, in summary, I think a game of two halves. Griquas will most likely be a touch annoyed sort of with how they performed, simply because I think had they performed the way they did in the first half, this could have been a far different game. But yeah, final scores, yeah, Lions 45, Griquas 43. And I think just from a purist point of view, a fantastic game to watch. Yes, a couple of unforced errors, but I think the nice thing was that we saw two teams that honestly just wanted to play a game of rugby, enterprising rugby. And yeah, it's no surprise that we saw quite a few tries being scored out wide. And I think it was a nice move away from sort of the contemporary way that South Africans tend to play, which is, bash it up. We saw 2-3 quick phases, and then it was onto the back line. George Whitehead controlling his boys well, and equally Jordan Hendricks doing very well. And if I had to pick my man of the match, I think, yeah, quite a few guys who put their hand up, but I think just at least provided the go forward for the Lions was Jordan Hendricks. I think he was fantastic, good kicking out of hand as well, and it was just able to get the Lions over the line at the end, right, with his performance, especially also the try that he scored sort of towards the last 20 minutes of the game. But all in all, I think good product. Colin Curry Cup once again providing, and I think generally the quality has been fantastic throughout the whole tournament thus far. But yeah, once again, final score 45 Lions, 42 Griquas. Thank you.